Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Testing. Oh, two viewers. Bruh, just should be. Come on, bruh. And you be. Calm down, bruh. You gotta calm down. Oh, no. Little shit like this. That's fucking crazy to me. Alright, testing 1, 2, 3. We're doing the mic check just to see how shit plays out. Let's see. Bruh, like, I don't know what it is, bruh, but like these mic settings is annoying, man. Fuck. Like, yo, let me.
Boss Top is a rapper from O Block who's been around since the early days of Chicago drill. He got a pretty crazy story that includes getting into a car accident while on the way to the hospital after getting shot, facing 45 years in prison, and running up in Chief Keef's mansion. Let's get into the come up and criminal history of Boss Top. Boss Top was born around 57th and Low, but later moved to O Block when he was 9 or 10. He was raised by a single mother and also has a brother. Both his parents were gangster disciples, but since he grew up in Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, most of his homies was black disciples. He got sucked into the gang life at an early age because that's all he knew. He dropped out of high school just 3 weeks in, and after that, he was in the streets full time. But he said growing up in O Block was fun. There was always something to do, from corner stores to barbershops and even a skating rink. They ain't have much, but they made the best of what they had. He grew up around all the BDs who eventually put drill on the map, like Chief Keef, King Von, Lil Reese, Fredo Santana, and Lil Durk. He was also close friends with Odie Perry, who O Block is named after. So he was right there to witness the birth of the drill sound. When he was 19, Boss Top got locked up for about 3 months. While behind bars, he got the call that Odie Perry got killed. OD's death heavily impacted Boss Top because that was the first friend he lost to gun violence. A Mickey Cobra he met in jail named Bear protected him from the other inmates while he cried because he knew what Boss Top was going through. No one was ever arrested for Odie's death, but many believe it was retaliation for the death of Tuka, a GD from STL EBT. The BDs in Parkway Gardens later changed their name to O Block in his memory, and now that name's known across the world because of the music that started there. Once he got out of jail, the drill wave was just starting off. He was inspired by Keef, Durk, E-Day, and other rappers from the neighborhood to start rapping himself. He started building a buzz with tracks like Hell Nah and All Shit. He also collaborated with Waka Flocka on the track Betty Won't. But Boss Top ended up falling out with Chief Keef when he was at the top of his career, which kept him from riding the same wave. Boss Top was close with Fredo Santana, who's Keef's older cousin. So Keef was like a little brother to him. Right after Keef started to blow up, he bought Boss Top a Burberry shirt that he wore everywhere. He wore the shirt so much that one of Boss Top's ops, Mubu Crump, even made fun of him in a skit. But somewhere along the line, their relationship started to get strained. Overnight, Keef went from being their little homie to one of the biggest rappers in the world. So, some of the dudes from O Block started hating on Keef and accused him of turning Hollywood. The tension only got worse when Keef refused to bail out other dudes from their hood like Lil Durk and D Rose when they got arrested. At the time, they accused him of acting fake and turning on his gang. But Keef just probably realized that if he ain't put his foot down, his gang would have always had their hands out. King Von later explained exactly what started the beef on IG Live. He said they needed $7,500 to bail out one of the homies, so they called Keef. He told him it wasn't a problem because he spent $7,500 on shoes, but he never actually came through with the money, and when they tried to call him, he stopped picking up. So Boss Top and a few other BDs decided to teach Keef a lesson and robbed his crib and stole his chain.
The only thing folks took was folks' chains, you know what I'm saying?
While Keef was in court, they broke into a house that his former manager was renting. His manager, Brandon Zehrer, was home at the time and called the police. But they already started going through the house, stealing things, and Keef ended up showing up while they were still there. Boss Top ended up jacking Keef's Johnny Dang chain, while another one of the robbers snatched a chain from his homie, GBE Capo. They got into a shootout, and a 33-year-old named Terrence Smith was non-fatally injured. Boss Top and the others then allegedly stole Keef's car and fled the scene, while Keef took Terrence to the hospital. The police came to question him, but Keef refused to cooperate. He later called his manager a soft-ass for calling the police. After the alleged robbery, Keef and Boss Top started going back and forth on Twitter. Boss Top said he was changing his name to Chief Top because he got Keef's chain. Keef clapped back saying that Boss Top was his ex-adopted son and that he clothed him and put money in his limp ball pockets. They kept sending shots back and forth. At one point, Keef said that Boss Top had taken more than just his chain. He claimed they also stole his daughter's baby clothes and random household items like deodorant and detergent. He also put up a photo on Instagram of the chain, calling out Boss Top by his real name and accusing him of stealing it. Boss Top wasn't happy about that and clapped back, calling Keef a police-ass. He also denied taking anything and said Keef was just trying to get him locked up. Boss Top was later seen rocking Keef's Johnny Dang chain in a music video and he posed for a pic with the Migos while wearing the chain. The Migos were also beefing with Keef and GBE at the time. They were in town to do a music video with Lil Durk, who was also having problems with Keef, so the whole video shoot was basically a big shot at Sosa. Keef got so aggravated, he posted a video on social media where he said, "I would say f*** OD, but I'm from there. That's my boy."
Would say f*** OD, but that's my boy. You feel me? I'm from there. You know? O Block.
Keef knew how close Boss Top was to OD Perry, and this would get under his skin. He didn't go as far as actually dissing OD, but he came close enough. But after that, the beef started to die down.
bro.
Apparently, Keef's
Shit
people
is
checked
so
him for almost
fucking
disrespecting
annoying,
OD
dude.
and told him not to play around like that. Plus, the beef with Keef started to hurt Boss Top's career. At that time, Keef was one of the most influential rappers in the game, so fans started calling Boss Top Broke Top and the Diaper Bandit for allegedly stealing Keef's daughter's diapers. To make matters worse, the Johnny Dang chain that Boss Top stole from Keef was later stolen from Boss Top by Famous Dex.
I ain't did shit. I just wanna know why everybody mad at me, cause I look good. I ain't take nobody's shit. Shit just
That's what took it though.
it's a gift.
Dex was going by the name Black Migo Dex at that time and was cool with FBG Doug, one of O Block's main ops. The whole situation was making Boss Top look bad, so he and Keef squashed the beef and they still cool to this day. But not long after, Boss Top faced some legal problems that put his career on hold for the next few years. In March 2016, he got arrested on weapons charges and home invasion. He was held on a $1 million bail, which kept him in jail till he was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 2018. He said he was innocent, but he was looking at doing 21 years and 45 years for each charge. If he got the max, the sentences wouldn't even run concurrently, so he would have ended up doing over 90 years total. So he copped a plea and took 6 years. He ended up running into King Von while he was locked up, who was fighting a murder case. They kept them separated, but occasionally, they convinced the CEOs to let them see each other. In December 2018, Boss Top ended up getting out early after doing about 3 years. This time when he got out, Von was the one who was blowing up. Boss Top had been rapping way longer and never saw Von take much of an interest in music. But once Von beat the murder charge, he got out and started taking over the rap game. Boss Top used to watch Von and learned a lot from him about how to rap. He would stay by Von's side while he was blowing up in the industry and was even there that night that Von got killed in Atlanta. At first, he didn't even realize Von got shot. He saw their homie Slutty get killed, but then he ended up getting arrested. He was in jail when he got the call saying Von had been shot and killed. Von's death was another huge loss to Boss Top, who said in an interview with DJ Vlad that he's still broken. King Von meant a lot to everyone in O Block. The fact that Boss Top was there that night but couldn't do anything to stop it only made the pain worse. But despite all the losses he's taken over the years, it seemed like Boss Top still has a foot in the streets. In July of this year, he was shot in a drive-by shooting. He had just pulled up on the block and turned his back to talk to one of his homies. While he had his back turned, someone drove by and started firing shots. On the way to the hospital, the girl who was driving him ended up getting into a car accident.
Fuck.
But they eventually made it, and he spent 4 days there recovering. After getting out,
so
Boss Top knew he had to start
confused,
moving
like,
differently.
I don't know what to do
He realized he had to be there to
with
raise his kids and decided to set up a studio in his basement to keep him focused
Now
and
it's
out of
not-
the streets.
Now it's not
Not long after
playing.
Boss Top got out,
Cable
another tragedy hit
info.
O Block. Back in October, multiple members of O Block were arrested in a RICO indictment centered around the murder of FBG Duck. O Block members, Muwop, C-Thang, C-Murder, and Los was all arrested in connection with Duck's murder.
Alright. We already know what the fuck. I want to play COD, but I gotta fix this shit. I gotta fix this shit, bro. Man, shout out to the 2 viewers, bro. Like, I don't have nothing playing, but, you know, shout out to y'all. I'm confused. Hold up. Let's go on YouTube again. I'm gonna lower the volume for my headphones. I'm gonna put another video.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. Last week, I slew the spider.
Man, what's up,
Alright,
everybody?
no.
Welcome back
You
to
go to
another
OBS?
episode of EOS. It's 10-9 and Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me.
Microsoft Edge
For this
headphones.
episode, I'm going to be speaking on prison rec yard stories from my own experience within the Florida Department of Corrections. Now, if you've been following me for a little bit, you've heard my story. You've heard about what I've done to people. You've heard about what happened to me, what was done to me. It's not like I was the superhero in every story. I got hit up too, and that generally happens when you're in the mix inside of prison, when you're in the drama, when you're involved with gangs. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you're slanging iron, you're most likely gonna get hit back with something. Now for me, and me only,
I'm sorry, viewers. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to fucking. All right. Let's put some songs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now it worked. But now I don't hear it. I don't know what I did, but I fixed it. And now it went back to shit. Like, it's fucking crazy to me. Headphones. I'll put headphones. Or could it be... Hold up. Cause the song is playing. Alright. So, system sound, I can't change that. Discord, we're now on Discord. That sucks though, cause obviously I want to listen to my music too. But nope, default cable. So we go here. Damn. So annoying, bro. It's just so